Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Ageless Hope. Well, although I'm kind of frustrated because I don't see that much interaction from you guys regarding my channel, but I'm kind of a person who very much believe in perseverance, so I'll keep doing it, and hopefully one day, maybe very soon, things will change and I'll have more followers and more people who are interested in my video. Okay, so today it's not going to be a long, it's going to be just a hint or an idea across my mind when um, I was thinking about the prices. And of course, to start with, because this is primarily speaking a fashion channel, so at the very beginning when I was watching, and I'm still doing, of course, all these wonderful ladies who are also interested in fashion like me, and they have their own YouTube channel, maybe for years, maybe their social network is bigger, they have so many followers, but this is not the issue actually. The issue is that almost all of them are um, giving an advice which by now I believe they are correct about it. Most probably I was kind of wrong, okay? So they were telling that it's better to have less amount and quantity but better quality. And how I discovered this, lastly, or not lastly, I'm very sorry, I'm just tired, I just came back from work, but anyways, lately I made an online order from one of the online stores. Of course, I'm not gonna mention the name, but it's a kind of a fast fashion online store, so everything there is kind of cheap compared, of course, to other prices, and they mimic, the updated fashion. So this piece, which I will find really very difficult, for example, to find here and there, whether in physical stores or even online, it will be pretty difficult. And even if I found this piece of clothing, which I'm interested in, is gonna be sky high prices. So I just go ahead and go to the fast fashion online store and make the order. So last time I was looking for a deep chocolate brown. It's not a sweater, it's kind of a top, a lightweight one which can help in the transitioning timing, or when the weather is kind of not cold but still not very hot, so we are putting on sleeves. And also this piece of clothing will help in layering, because as you, I bet, all know, I mean, whoever is following and loving fashion like me, that layering is one of the most important and on the top of the list on 2026 when it comes to fashion. So I was thinking like, okay, this will help on layering, and it's gonna be a basic piece, it's not fancy, nothing, and it was really cheap. But when I got it, I mean, it was it's so cheap, and the material, the fabric, I even can't describe it as fabric. It was more or less like plastic, or I don't know what. I don't even find appropriate description or even name, but it was really bad. It's not the way it was made, to be very honest with you, but the material is really bad. And when I put it on, especially with my very sensitive skin, it was very itchy. And maybe it's not itchy, but that feeling when you put something on your bare skin and you feel like, no, I'm feeling very uncomfortable. And especially in some of the weathers when the sun is almost always there. It's kind of a brutal or strong where I'm living right now. And once anyone is gonna be having this little sweat, it's gonna be really, really bad. I mean, the feeling of these kind of, again, I have to say fabric, what else I can say, on the skin is really bad. So, as a kind of, I don't know again if I'm gonna use a correct word, but as a kind of retaliation, I was looking for a store which is a good one, of course, you know. Well, all the clothes are high quality and definitely very expensive, but because of some of the sale was going on there, and I was thinking like, okay, again, instead of getting three pieces of maybe very up to date, speaking of fashion, you know, I can get one piece. So if I collect the price of three pieces from a quick fashion online store, and I'm damn sure they are gonna be, it's good if they live just for a year, right? And they are gonna be either donated or just trashed. So instead of doing that, let's say that I'm gonna invest in one good piece, really good quality, and especially if it is basic, because as you know, basics never die, right? They're always having a place in fashion, regardless of what's in, what's out. So let me go ahead and do this kind of purchase, and I promise myself again, because of my very tight budget, that I'm not gonna do any online purchase maybe within 2 or 3 months, just to keep my financial balance kind of good, okay? So I did the order yesterday, and by the way, the fast fashion online store I was talking about, it was having 1 or 2 days sometimes free shipping, which also kind of a temptation, right? But recently they just take away that option, so no more free shipping. And now what they are doing is that for each piece they are gonna charge a shipping fee. You know what I mean? So for example, if I'm choosing 3 items, previously, when on the free days, of course, they're gonna be free, right? And if there's gonna be shipping fee, is gonna be for whether they are 10, whether they are 2, whether they're 100, whether they're one piece, is gonna be the same shipping fees. But now, with this kind of update, they are paying, they are asking for each item a separate um, shipping fees, which doesn't make sense at all to me. And even when I was, chatting with a representative there online, I was telling them that no, by this you are pushing away your faithful customers for years like me. So, anyways, when I put it all together, when I sum it up, I discover that investing in a good piece, especially when it's a basic one like the order I made yesterday, I'm sure on the long run it's gonna be the good decision. And of course, it was yesterday, so definitely I didn't get it yet. And hopefully, when I got it, I'm gonna put it on, and I'm gonna have another video showing you that as a kind of an update. And I'm sure the quality will scream that I am different. I am a good one. Okay, so, and I don't know whoever is now watching, if anybody is following up me on constantly, I mean, or it's just new, but I'm just gonna say it. Maybe now you used to me that I like to put some of what I describe myself as life lessons, okay? So, from this experience, of course, which is only related to clothing, I am gonna say that when everybody say you got what you paid for, it's almost applied to everything in life, you know what I mean? It's not only clothing actually, like when you choose a real good friend, you are investing in friendship, right? And this friend, when you just, drop some of the misunderstandings, and sometimes, maybe you are not on the same page, this, that, but you keep this friendship because on the long run, this is the friendship which is going to be really valuable to you. And the same applied personal relationship, right? I mean, I'm sure, it's not, maybe investing is not the correct description, but I mean choosing a good relationship, even if there is time consumption, and time is always, as you know, very expensive, because any time which is passing we can't get it back, right? At least when we're getting an item and we don't like it, we can return it, and most of them is going to be free return, correct? But when, for example, uh, inappropriate or bad relation, especially personal relationship, the price is almost always very expensive to get rid of that kind of relations. And the same applied on even sometimes, buying organic food. Again, organic supposed to be health-wise better, and again, whoever is able to afford the difference in prices, definitely getting organic goods, or whether veggies, fruits, anything related to food and health, of course, is gonna be better. And I was thinking, like, okay, from now on, I'll try my best also to apply it even to my food when I'm doing grocery shopping. So instead of, because I'm very much, by the way, fan of plain yogurt, because I know it's kind of a free prebiotic, right? And it's very important to our intestine and the GIT system in general. So, if I'm gonna, for example, pay $1 or $2 or maybe $3 more for an organic Greek yogurt, most probably, or I assume that the quality is gonna be better, and the same apply on fruits. Sometimes, when I get, whether it's apple or orange, which the orange, oh, I'm crazy about oranges. I consume them on daily basis in huge amount. So I'm gonna try, to buy 1, 2 organic and try them and taste the difference, and most probably there's gonna be a difference. And and this is funny, I also want to share it with you. When it comes to eggs, for example, I tried the organic and non-organic, and funny enough, the organic ones sometimes they're impossible to be peeled when you boil the egg, And other than that, I don't know. For eggs, to be very honest with you, I didn't find any difference, but still, I believe the quality is gonna be different. The quality is gonna be better. And this honestly opened my eyes that sometimes I believe we all as humans choose the less expensive in everything, because definitely it's more affordable. And I don't know how to give you what I mean, or to tell you what's in my deep down, because I know, when you are talking about human relations, it's definitely different than a piece of clothing, right? But everything in life, I believe, if you look always for the quality way more than the quantity, it's gonna be a win-win game. I'm sure of that, and I'm sure it also applied on jobs, maybe, because uh, jobs which need very much intellectual effort and working maybe more hours and this and that, definitely the reward is going to be more. the privilege is going to be more there, and the payment is going to be more, right? So I made a decision from yesterday experience that from now on I'm gonna dig deeper in my choices when it comes to very cheap prices or very cheap wherever, because they may sound tempting to start with. And well, again, I'm talking about myself. I don't want to force anyone to think the same, but if I can't, for example, afford to buy one piece of clothing maybe per month, uh, well, I'm not gonna do it. But I'm gonna do it within 3 months, so I'll have a good piece, more expensive, but definitely better quality. And when it comes to very, very screaming fashion pieces, which I'm 100% sure they are not gonna be live long, maybe only for this year and then they're gonna die, or maximum next year, I will go to the fast fashion online stores, uh, like very an example which is just coming in my brain right now is, for example, you know what they describe it, I believe, the parachute trousers or pants, or sometimes they call it the harem, I think. The harem trousers, you know, they were very wide with a zipper or zigzag on the waist, and also on here, you know, on the ankles. So this harem or baggy kind or balloon trousers, I'm sure they started yesterday. They are, as far as I know, screaming this year. But maybe next year, I don't know. Maybe they will survive till next year, and that's it. So it doesn't mean a lot to invest that much in a piece like this. Well, maybe one, two pieces, more than enough, right? And same applied on these buffy stuff, whether buffy skirts, whether buffy tops. One or two is just enough, right? I'm talking to myself, by the way. I'm not forcing anything on any of you. So, this is my humble experience. I just want to share it with you. And please, 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 I need you to follow me. I need you to give me a thumbs up if you like my content and my fashion channel. Even give me a dislike. I just need an interaction. So please do it for me. And also, you know, in my previous videos, I was including a healthy recipe, a homemade recipe, and I didn't do it maybe in the last one or two previous videos because I wasn't sure if anybody is going to be interested in this kind of stuff or not. So can you please give me a feedback if you like me to go back and include the healthy recipes with the fashion show, or I should just restrict myself to the fashion show? And do you like me including these kind of thoughts in the startup, or no, you are here just to watch fashion, you don't need less headache or philosophy or lessons? And by the way, I'm not giving any lesson, I'm just thinking with you loudly and giving you my thoughts and my ideas. Thank you so much for your time watching me, and please subscribe, please share. This is Hope, and my channel is Ageless Hope. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your time. Bye.
Hi, I'm going to show you the beauty of layering, which is very much in fashion 2026. You can always play with layers and create a new outfit. With the light teal sweater and chiffon maxi skirt with side slits, the knee boots, you'll look very expensive and modern. I hope this will encourage you to invest in the pieces you already have in your wardrobe with some playing around with the layers. Thanks for watching.
Hi, here's another idea for layering. I hope it gives you some inspiration. Please let me know if you like it or not. Thank you so much.
Hi, as you can see here, just changing the top, sweater, and playing with some accessories like scarves can help with providing you with different outfits. Look, not to mention the shoes. Please let me know if you like these ideas or not. Thanks.
iHealthy snack, plain yogurt. Honey and blueberries, the salad is any veggies you like. Blueberries, apple, lemon juice, and olive oil.
High ferric is a kind of wheat, and so healthy.